So, Pap, before the break, we were talking about the so-called email scandals. I call it the digital archive gate that they're trying to drum up with Hillary Clinton's yet-to-be-named campaign, or I guess yet-to-be started campaign. But the benefit, as you mentioned in the last segment, was that it's actually providing a little more scrutiny on what Jeb Bush was doing back in before 2001, back in the 2000s. And, you know, this is a good opportunity for us to remind people that when the Project for New American Century, which was a group of neocons, probably like the original neocon institution,
that it got us involved in Iraq, it caused the invasion of Iraq. But go ahead.
When they were coming out, and we're talking guys like Dick Cheney, Wolfowitz, Pearl, and what people forget. What people forget is that one of the original signers of the Project for New American Century document, the first document they ever put out, which basically talked about how the United States was going to be a hyperpower in this world without a Soviet Union. Our job was to basically be the uber power and allow for a lot of low-level conflicts that would happen throughout the world so that we would have no one to challenge our hyperpowerness, if you will. And one of the keys to the Project for New American Century's vision was for us to control the spigot of oil in the Middle East. And that called for an invasion of Iraq. And Jeb Bush was one of those original signers on the Project for a New American Century. Now, I think in the later documents, he decided to stop signing them because he realized, like, hey, wait a second, I'm getting a little too close to the presidency here, and my political future may be problematic for me to sign on to a document like this.
But you know what, Sam, the ones he signed, the documents he signed were just very clear. A,
indeed,
that he is an absolute pathetic war hawk. B, he's a war hawk because corporate America wants him to be a war hawk, not because he's worried about national safety. You know, that's not the issue, or international stability. It was because the oil companies want to be there, corporate America wants to be there. If you look, it's interesting. You look through the other part of these emails. If you take a look at the Jeb Bush dump of these emails, he you know, his great talking point in the past has been he's his own man. Okay, look at these emails. He is like a pathetic puppet, cookie cutter corporate Republican candidate, can't make a decision without his corporate funders saying it's okay. That's what these emails show. Then you look at the military side of things, where Bush would give his thoughts on, you know, how we're going to move to troops, why we should move troops here, when we should move them, how many we should send, almost like he's a military strategist giving military strategy advice on an unsecured email server that could have been easily hacked by, to destroy military operations. But, hey, Sam, there's another part to this. Wait till Boehner is in a position of saying, okay, let's open up the investigations of Hillary Clinton where it comes to what she did with her email account. Wait till you hear the Republicans and Boehner open that and ignore what's gone on with Jeb Bush. First of all, it's pretty clear if Boehner announces a House investigation into Clinton's emails and hers alone, this isn't a general investigation. It's political. Now, if he adds Jeb Bush to it, it's a general investigation, but otherwise it's a political investigation. And the House rules, the laws, the criminal laws say that House resources can't be used for re-election or election purposes.
Oh, well, of course. And that's why we know that this is all coming out of that special select Benghazi committee, because they've got nothing else to go for. And to a large extent, it really shows that the whole Benghazi thing for a long time has been just an excuse for a fishing expedition. I mean, look, we remember that how this went down with Bill Clinton, right? It starts with a supposed real estate deal in Arkansas that is investigated. They appoint a special prosecutor, independent counsel, so that this can go away, and they find nothing in terms of Whitewater. But Ken Starr, the guy who's perfectly willing to negotiate on behalf of a pedophile, guy who's down in Florida, starts digging around and this ultimately leads to putting a wire on a woman to go talk to another woman about an affair that she's having with Bill Clinton. I mean, this is what they want. They want to have this sort of like unfettered power to try and drum up some type of controversies. And again, this is you and I both agree. We would love to see a different candidate than Hillary Clinton be the Democratic standard bearer, but that doesn't mean that we have to sign off on an endless series of investigations creating fake scandals.
Well, that's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. She first of all, she really hasn't done anything wrong, but it's nauseating to me that, as I said before, that Democrats have started acting like Republicans in the sense that they don't even question, did she do anything wrong? Instead, you see the Democrats angry because Clinton didn't tell them what to say soon enough after the scandal broke. It's just, it's almost impossible to analyze Democrats in terms of that kind of thinking. That is so Republican. Look, interesting thing, talking about Benghazi. Next time somebody wants to talk about Benghazi at a water cooler, ask them to explain Benghazi to you. And you know what? I promise you, this is my promise to you, 9 times out of 10, they will not even know what Benghazi is about. Beyond the word Benghazi, they won't even know what the intricacies of it all is about. I mean, it's amazing. I've done it. It's fun. Ask them, well, what now? You're talking about Benghazi. That sounds bad. How about explaining the details to me? And it's hilarious. Watch them do that. Watch them burn down.